What is up, everyone? It is the Train Freak, and today we're going to give you another layout update, which we really don't have much on the top side of the layout, but we have a few things as far as the underneath and projects that we're currently working on. All right, so before we get into it, I always want to remind all my viewers too, and make sure you fill in the bell so that way you can receive future notifications on all of my videos, which includes the how-tos, the my layout updates like what I'm doing today, and even contests. Speaking of, the 400 subscriber contest closes tonight at 11:59 p.m. So make sure you check that out. And then I want to also say an extended thank you to all my other extended supporters. These are people that are members of my Patreon because they want, to support monthly at a low rate. Just $1 a month, I will show that you support this channel. $3 a month or more gets you some behind the scene footage and, some of the projects that I'm working on. I can keep you updated on things like that. Teespring. If you want some cool swag, kind of like this, and I'm going to kind of tilt it down. Yeah, there we go. I follow the Train Freak on YouTube, and I'm also working on another listing as well. It's just got the Train Freak logo on it, with a lot more color options. If that is, if you want to help support that way, I've got t-shirts, mugs, everything. Pillows, blankets, beach towels, you name it. So if you want some cool channel swag, feel free to check out my Teespring. And you can always do a one-time donation or more than one-time donation through my paypal.me. So yeah, let me show you what me and Train Freak Jr. has been working on. So be right back. Alright, so we're going to start under the layout, and you're just going to have to ignore the junk on the bottom end, but you can see there are two chips that have been installed. Those are both Switch8-MK2s from NCE. And each one can do up to 8 individual switches, or if you have something like a crossover, you can throw in a pair of tortoises to one thing. You can see a couple of tortoises there. If I go on this side of the beam, you can see a couple more back there. So these are some tortoises that I already had hooked up, and we did go ahead and hook them up to the Switch 8, which is going to be that main turnout there. I've got a tortoise to install for this one. The double slip does have tortoises under each one, and then of course I'm going to have to install another 3 more tortoises beyond the double slip to finish this side of the yard. That turnout on the caboose track and the yard lead, that one has also got a tortoise. So, still got a few more to go as far as tortoises. But I've got enough Switch 8s to do the bottom. And I went ahead and even wired this one up as the last spot on that second Switch 8. And I would like to thank Rick Bailey, and I'll put a card for his channel up above, for helping me with the programming on the Switch 8s. So I'm just going to kind of walk around, and I've got my new bill boxes kind of set up around the layout where they're going. Yeah, I know I moved that. That's another project I'm working on. I'll get to that in a minute. And I put a bill box there, and I might not need this one here. That might go somewhere else on the layout. But if you're looking on a dispatcher screen, this is level 1. This is roughly what a dispatcher screen would look like. And the numbers on the piece of paper represent the number turnout address. I am thinking about adding another turnout for level 1. And if I do, it will kind of act as a crossover, per se. And, feel free to comment and give me your thoughts on this. Because, we might find, your information might be helpful. Okay, so I've got a long straight here, which is good for classifying maybe 2 or 3 cars at the most with that switcher. What I was thinking about doing was removing this out, because I would rather have a door signal instead. But basically taking this out, adding another turnout here, which would be like a number 6 right, and bring a track this way and dead end it somewhere that direction. And basically turning that into a yard lead, or a switching lead per se. And I could wire it, mount a tortoise and wire that tortoise to this one and act as a crossover. As long as this, turnout is straight, then the yard lead would also be straight, and I wouldn't have to worry about the train going through and derailing off of a turnout that's not set properly. And then if I need to cross out, if I need to have the train run out, well, as this one turns and it's set for diverging, this one will be set for straight. So that's an idea that I've been pondering in my head. If you would like to, give me your opinion on it, that would be awesome. Because I have no obstructions underneath as far as, drilling and putting in a turnout. Something else I was looking at, I've been debating, is I've got this number 8 Shinohara, and it's code 83. And what I was thinking about doing, and you can see that almost perfectly, the inside track perfectly lines up. What I was thinking about doing was moving Riceland over here. And ignore my clothes. They got wet, and I had the other day due to a rainstorm that decided to come through, and I haven't pulled them down yet. But having a separate track here, run this way, and then where the roundhouse is, I'm going to put my hand over the light so you're not blinded. That's going to be roughly, or where that 1x4 going across under the roundhouse, that's going to be literally the end of level 2 before it gets to the helix. The helix is going to go around the 4 2x4s in the center where the bracing is. So I was thinking about doing that, so that way maybe I could run a grain train from staging, have it go around the yard, come up to level 2, and just run through the through Riceland, which I've got the elevator. It's actually being worked on right now. And, another mention to Patreon. If you're on my Patreon, you'll actually see what I'm doing with it. But you have to be the brakeman level or higher to be able to see that. All right. So that is an idea. And I know Shinohara does have code 100 turnouts like these. And maybe I could use an 83. It's just going to be kind of weird going from a 100 to an 83 back to a 100. So, and the rail height I know is enough that if I was running the train fast enough, it could cause the wheels to pop and derail. And I definitely don't want to do that. So, that's an idea I have in my head. And, I'm still leaning on, well, maybe I need to leave Riceland where it's at and just have the industrial switcher switch one car at a time through it, because there might be some locals that might have more than one car going to it, and I can even make it to where the local goes through it too. So, but maybe do like a unit grain train. I plan on having an intermodal up on level 3. It's going to be this end of level 3 that's going to have kind of like a bypass track or a siding, and I plan on doing the same thing as a unit train with intermodal as well. But I mean, that's way later down the road. So, but that's just kind of my thoughts. Other than that, that's really all I have worked on. I did get, the Switch 8s installed. So, tortoises are going to be next. I've got a couple more tortoises. Also, Anthony from Georgia Sunbelt, and I'll throw a card for his channel as well, mentioned something about when I start doing the helix here, maybe finding a way to have a second track run around the helix as a balloon loop. So I'm actually entertaining that option as well. Don't quite know how that's going to work, but I am entertaining the idea for that. I'll have to get to the drawing board. And I do have a Digitrax AR1 to do so, and I can still get a third one to put a balloon loop up here to this side of the layout. And I mean, it would make sense, because if I do have the local, and let's say the local right now is not switching anything on level 3, it would make it to where I can, or even once level 3 is up and going, you know, I can make it to where instead of him going up the helix, going all through level 3 and then back down, that he could just run around, you know. So I'm trying to keep the local to a specific length. I don't want them too long. So probably 10 cars max, maybe 15, depending on if it's a lot of 40-footers. So, but that's what I've been working on. I am also working on getting some more waybills created so we can keep doing some more op sessions. Because I do want to do part 6. I think I'm at part 6. To get, you know, these cars to go back down and maybe run, you know, Manifest comes in and takes, you know, another train out. So, and that's going to help me figure out how am I going to start doing my daily schedule. Something else I saw was George from Soundtracks. What he uses for the nighttime operations lights is blue Christmas lights. So I'm going to look at getting some of those too, to go on the layout. So, well, y'all, that's roughly where I'm at with things. You know, still just a little bit of work in process here, a little bit of work in progress there, and hopefully, well, I will not have a layout update next week because I'm hosting Sidetrack Sunday. And speaking of, Heath from Humanity Junction is tonight, and I think he's doing a train set giveaway. So, but, I'm hoping to possibly have another layout update, probably not this month due to the holidays. Next one will probably come in January. That doesn't mean I won't be creating videos, you know, because I still will be creating videos. I just probably won't have anything as far as a layout update goes. So this will be the last one for 2020. Next one will more likely come in 2021. So, all right, y'all. Well, I'm going to let y'all have at it. Y'all be safe out there. I hope you have a great week. And thank you again for all my extended supporters. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, fill in the bell. That gets you all the notifications on future videos on this channel. Thumbs up. That helps with YouTube's algorithms. Feel free to comment. You know, I always like to hear your suggestions because you might know something I don't. And that might help make my layout flow better. So I'm always good for suggestions. All right, y'all. Well, y'all be safe out there. Happy railroading.